fractions. Now, what are fractions? Fractions are number of parts under consideration to the total number of parts into which whole is divided. Now, what does this mean? Say, let's take an example of this circle. This is one whole, that means one whole part. Now, say for example, I divide this into 4 parts like this. Now, say I have shaded this portion. Now, the question that I am going to ask you will be, can you tell me the fraction for this part? The fraction for the shaded part can be written as number of parts under consideration. What are we considering? We are considering the shaded portion. So, how many parts are there in the shaded portion? There is only one part, and total number of parts into which whole is divided. This whole is divided into 4 parts. So, the fraction for this shaded portion will be 1 by 4. Another thing, if I shade this portion also, then what? What will be my fraction for the shaded part now? It is going to be 2 upon 4. Why so? Because the number of parts under consideration are 2, and how many are the total parts into which this whole is divided? It is divided into 4 parts. So we write 2 upon 4. If the shaded portion would have been 3 parts, then what? Say I have shaded this one also. In that case, the fraction for this part would have been 3 by 4. Why? Because 3 parts are under my consideration and total number of parts into which whole is divided is 3 by 4. So, this is how we write the fraction for any given, you can say any given diagram or any given example. Now, what are the different types of fractions, or you can say the classification of fractions? See, I have classified them into 9 types. The first one is the decimal fraction. Decimal fractions have denominators as powers of 10. So, I will write they have denominators of powers of 10. Now, what do you mean by a denominator and a numerator? That should be told. Okay, I have written down the example of fraction, that was 1 by 4, 3 by 4 and 2 by 4. Now, all these 3 are my fractions, they are representing fractions. So, the upper part written above, all these are known as the numerators of the fraction, and the ones that are written below this bar are known as the denominators, right? So, the upper one is the numerator and the lower one is the denominator. So, now as I told, the decimal fractions are those fractions that have denominators of powers of 10. That means the examples for this would be 1 by 10, 3 by 100, 16 by 10,000 and so on. Now, here you can see the denominators are in the powers of 10. Here the power of 10 is 1, here the power of 10 is 2, power of 10 is 4. So, now you can see clearly that all these 3 fractions that I have given over here have the denominators as the powers of 10. So, these are known as my decimal fractions. Next case is for the vulgar fractions. Now, what are vulgar fractions? Vulgar fractions are those that do not have the denominators as the powers of 10. So, I will write that do not have D. I can represent denominator with capital D. So, the vulgar fractions are those that do not have denominator equal to powers of 10, right? So, what will be the examples for vulgar fractions? It could be any other example other than the ones having denominators and powers of 10. Even all these are representing the vulgar fractions only, that is like this, 5 upon 8 and so on, right? Next is the case of proper fractions. What are proper fractions? See, proper fractions are those in which numerator is less than the denominator, right? Any fraction in which numerator is less than the denominator will be known as the proper fraction. Now what will be the examples for these? The examples could be 2 upon 3, 18 upon 21 and so on. In both the cases you can check the numerator is 2 whereas the denominator is 3. That means the numerator is less than the denominator. Over here also the numerator is 18 whereas the denominator is 21. So here also the numerator is less than the denominator. So both these are considered in the category of proper fractions. One more thing, please make a note of this. Proper fractions are always less than 1. Right? 2 by 3 is a value which is in points, 0 point something something, then that is less. Even if you divide these, you will get a value which will be less than 1. What about the improper fractions? By the name only you can get the idea. That means proper fractions are those which have numerator less than the denominator. The improper ones will be the opposite of that, which means they would be as the denominator less than the numerator. Can we have some examples for this? Yes. What will be the examples? Say we have 7 over 2, 40 over 11. Both these are having numerators as 7 and 40 whereas their respective denominators are 2 and 11. So we can check here that the denominator is coming to be lesser than the numerator. Why? Because the 7 is a bigger number compared to 2 and here also 40 is a bigger number compared to 11. So we can say both of these are representing improper fractions. So we have a note over here also, that is improper fractions are always greater than 1, right? Their value will always be greater than 1. So these were the 4 types. Moving on to the next types, we have the mixed fractions. Now mixed fractions have a very special representation, that is in this form, A B upon C. That means you have a whole part, whole and some fraction part. Say for example, you got a pizza at your home, you have ordered 3 pizzas, out of that you ate 2 pizzas and one more piece of the third one. So that means the 2 whole pizzas you have already eaten, so you will represent it as 2, and what is the, you have also consumed the last pizza and some part of it. So say for example that last pizza had 4 parts, right? And you ate 1 out of that. So how much have you eaten in total? This would be 1 upon 4. So the fraction will be represented as 2 whole 1 by 4. So this is how you represent the mixed fractions. Mixed fractions have a whole part and some fraction part also attached to it, right? This was the example for the mixed fraction. Now next we have the simple fractions. For simple fractions, we have the numerators and denominators belonging to whole numbers. That means your numerator and denominator are going to be only whole numbers, nothing else. Say for example, let's take 2 upon 3, 9 over 4, 25 over 2 or anything, right? But here you can check your numerator and denominators, both are in the category of whole numbers. So such fractions in which both numerator and denominator are whole numbers will be known as the simple fractions. Next we have the complex fractions. For complex fractions we will have the opposite, that is the numerator and denominator will not belong to whole numbers. Now it could be that single one of them is not belonging or both of them might not belong. For example, let us take, you take 8 upon 2 upon 3. Now in this you can check the numerator is 8, which is a whole number, but what about the denominator? Here your denominator is not a whole number, it is a fraction only. So that means this is representing a fraction, yes, but because its numerator and denominator both are not equal to whole numbers, that means this is not a simple fraction, this is considered to be a complex fraction. We can have other examples also. Say 2 over 3 upon 6 by any number, you can say 5. Now here both numerator and denominator are not in the whole number representation, so we can say even this is a complex fraction. So on, we can have other examples like 1 by 5 whole upon 3 or 3 by 4, right? You can have n number of examples for this. Even this is a complex fraction. Why? Because the numerator is not a whole number, whereas denominator is a whole number. So for a fraction to be a simple fraction, the numerator and denominator both should be the whole numbers. Even if one of them is not a whole number, it will be considered a complex fraction. Now next we have the like fractions. Like fractions means those fractions that have denominators same, right? Now the denominator same means what will be the example? Let's check 1 by 4 and 6 by 4. Now both these fractions are having the denominators 4. So that means these are like fractions. Another example, 12 upon 20 and 21 upon 20. Now both these fractions are having denominators same. So the ones or you can say the fractions that have the denominators same are called the like fractions, right? What will be the unlike fractions? The opposite of like fractions. That means that their denominators are not same, right? And it could be any fraction. There are so many examples to this possible. Let's say 1 by 4 and 2 by 3. Here the denominators are different. 16 by 25 and 4 by 100. Here also the denominators are different. So we can have so many examples for unlike fractions. These were the fractions and their types.